May come as a surprise, but some of the world's most famous celebrities are famously shy. Box office star Johnny Depp has described himself as shy and paranoid. Twilight star Kristen Stewart, she says she's uncomfortable during interviews.
Yeah, and two surprising celebrities on the shy list, the always outrageous Lady Gaga and the queen of reality TV who seems to bask in the spotlight, Kim Kardashian.
Really? Wow. So do you consider yourself shy or even introverted? How can you break out of your shell? Well, Carolyn Gregoire is the Huffington Post associate lifestyle editor, wrote about the 23 signs you're secretly an introvert. And psychiatrist Charles Sophie is the medical director for the Los Angeles County Department of Children and Family Services. Well, good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
So what is the difference between being shy and an introvert?
They're completely different things, actually, and I think one of the biggest misconceptions about introverts is that they're shy. Being shy is sort of being uncomfortable in social situations, but being introverted is just needing time alone to rest and recharge your batteries.
You know, shy is also a biochemical brain reaction to fear, anxiety, those kinds of things. It's much more medically rooted.
Well, also, you know, when I took the little test that you did, I checked out 18 out of the 23. That I'm an introvert.
Yeah, right.
No, it's true. Yes, because there's things like you find small talk incredibly cumbersome. You often feel alone in a crowd. Networking makes you feel like a phony. What are some of the other sort of signs of being an introvert?
Well, another sign is that you're in a relationship with an extrovert. A lot of introverts tend to maybe take themselves a little too seriously, and it's nice to have an extrovert who encourages them to have fun and get out. Another one is being called too intense or being called an old soul, because a lot of introverts are very observant, they're deep thinkers, and so they tend to be seen as very wise.
But they're not fear-based, and they're not anxious, and they still live.
Yeah, there's less anxiety,
Right.
I think there's probably a key.
Right.
So is shyness more associated with anxiety?
Yes, and more of a biochemical issue or a medical problem that needs more than just a description of a personality type.
I think people
An
watching this
inhibition.
will say, how could Brooke Shields, who's been in the public eye for most of her life, be an introvert? How could Lady Gaga be an introvert? Kim Kardashian, Christina Aguilera, Courtney Cox, some of the people we talked about. How does it work when you're famous and your whole job is, in effect, to have attention paid to you and to be an introvert?
Well, some introverts really thrive in the spotlight, actually. 40% of CEOs are introverts. They're often great leaders, great speakers, great actors and actresses, but you know, after they've been in the spotlight, they might need to go home and rest and recharge and spend some time alone rather than going out and being around a bunch of people all the time. I think what's taxing for an introvert sometimes is constantly meeting people and being in very stimulating social environments where they have to do a lot of meet and greets and sort of really excessive social interaction.
How do you tell, or can you tell early on in a child that they're either shy or introverted?
Well, you look at, even in an adult, you look at things like their sleep, their ability to function during the day. Are they fear-based throughout other parts of their life? Are they able to go to school, eat, all of the kind of medical types of things you would look at in mental health issues. But other than that, if they're not really doing those things, but they just kind of like know when they need to disengage and be in quiet time, they're just probably introverts.
I like one of your signs too, that if you've been called an old soul since your 20s, you're probably an introvert.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, that goes back to being sort of like an observant. Maybe a lot of writers and academics are introverts, so I think it comes from that type of thinking.
A self-charger. You know when to disengage and really replenish yourself.
So should two introverts be together?
Well, they'll probably bore each other, but they'll have a lot of energy.
I'm definitely married to an extrovert.
Yeah. Oh, I am too. Yes.
Very, and
I would
it's-
say so.
Yeah.
I would say so. Absolutely, because I'm a bit of an introvert. Okay.
Yes, you are. Come out of your
Painfully
shell.
shy. I know. That's another sign. That's another
That's
sign.
a misconception.
There you
And you're
go.
not listening to anything that you just said.
I'm trying. Carolyn Gregoire and Dr. Charles Sophie, thanks so much.